where you been? The Reavers are back in the Big K. Finally. TJ hits the floor for its annual grudge game at AL. Need I say more? The Falcons run the floor with the Panthers. Do they catch them? The Yellow Jackets and Lynx running and gunning. Who grabs bragging rights? The Saints grab the Cats by the tail. Do they bite back? Fighting back at Lewis Central, a couple of Titans settle the score.
We are the Thomas Jefferson boys basketball team, and the Bluffs Sports Zone starts now.
Hello, I'm JJ Davis, and welcome to the latest edition of the Bluffs Sports Zone. It's been a while. It's been a long time since we've last seen the Iowa Western men's basketball team, and since then, well, for one, the Reavers are back in the top 10, but then again, so what else is new? Now for the bad news. Stud point guard and Iowa State recruit Donovan Jackson broke his hand in a loss at Northeast. Donovan's done, they're saying, for at least 6 weeks. However, the show must go on, and it does.
Sam McDaniel.
The 8th-ranked Reavers back home for the first time since December 8th. First half, we talk about a yo-yo, Teak Bowl, one of his 5 blocks. And on the other end, Marquel Beasley does the honors, and it's 28-22 Big Blue. But the Blackhawks come shooting back. Anthony Goss just sticks the 3, and the lead's cut to 1 just over 3 minutes left. Now, Donovan Walker running the show, much like Donovan Jackson. Iowa Western closes out the half on a 9-0 run. Defense to offense. Isaiah Walton comes crashing in, and it's 37-27 Reavers at the half. The award-winning cheer team belting it out at the break. Second half, Beasley, baseline. Home team goes up 41-29, 2 minutes in. But Southeastern launches a 19-4 run. Trayvon Massenberg with the board. Dante Williams flies in. And just like that, it's 48-45, visitors.
Somebody get a board! Anybody get a damn board? Get on the glass and kick me on the offensive glass.
Head coach Jim Morris lays into him, and it works. Big Blue out-rebounds the Blackhawks 44-41. Alex Peacock, couple of boards, couple of baskets. Iowa Western responds, 13-2 run. Isaiah Walton just knocks down the tray. Now Donovan Walker leads 5 in double figures with 18, 58-50 Reavers, 8.5 minutes to go. And hey, baby, Southeastern gets no closer. Andre Wallace knifes in with 13. Big Blue beats back the Blackhawks 82-66.
We've got some guys who can step up, and I thought, Alex Peacock's kid doesn't start for us, playing really, really well, good defensively, rebound the ball. We had some other guys that, Marquel didn't have a great game, but I thought Alex stepped up and played, and so somebody doesn't step up, hopefully somebody else will, and so far we've been able to do that.
What about you? You lead them all. What was going on up here?
Also before the game, Coach told us that we lost another good score, and they told me I had to fill that role, so I took it to heart.
We just had to get the ball moving and play as a team because we did look through Jackson to score, and with him out, we just had stepping up, basically.
I feel really sorry for Donovan Jackson, but I do not feel sorry for us because we're fine. We got good players and we recruited good depth, and guys can step in and play.
They do on this night as 8th-ranked Iowa Western gets its first conference win. Next up, it gets even better. Number 7, Indian Hills.
Got that?
Now, 3 cheers for the award-winning cheer team. It's gone where no Iowa Western cheer squad has gone before. Now, it's been close. Oh, so close. But this time, Iowa Western stands atop the pyramid. This time, it's Reaver time. That's right. Now, before we see their last performance together, let's go back.
Let's go, Iowa Western.
World University Cheerleading Championships, Walt Disney World. And guess who wins in the co-ed Premier Division?
I'm a pretty level-headed guy, so mine was, great job, guys. The team flipped out. Flipped out.
And our gold medals for 2016, Iowa Western.
There's a whole lot of screaming and excitement.
Way to go, Revive!
Congratulations.
Everybody hugging each other, crying.
Teams we beat were incredibly talented. University of Central Florida, Cincinnati, Iowa, Ole Miss.
Australia, China, Mexico, to name a few. Okay, so when the newly crowned world champs flip out at halftime at the men's basketball game, it's with a sense of accomplishment that rates
Definitely at the very top. To have the Reaver name on my chest, winning a championship was my goal.
It's probably one of the top 1 or 2 moments of my whole life.
next to
Probably just being a part of this team.
For Iowa Western, I mean, it puts us on the globe. We have so many followers from people that are around the globe now, and it's really cool to see all of these people wanting to know what Iowa Western's doing.
That's a heck of an accomplishment. It's amazing.
the good doctor, Kenny, sharing a few laughs with the mastermind after the halftime show. Hey, the Reavers are getting rings. So, 3 cheers for the award-winning cheer team. It's gone where no Iowa Western cheer squad has gone before. And after, the Big Blue family lives happily ever after. They were cheering up a storm at Abraham Lincoln, ×2. But first up, 2 words, Indian Hills, when we come back.
At Council Plus Savings Bank, you still get personalized customer service.
We have identity-safe checking with LifeLock, identity theft protection.
You get personal mortgage lending to fit your needs now and in the future.
You get business banking with the latest technology because saving you time saves you money.
At Council of Savings Bank, you get people who answer when you call and local employees who are actively involved in our community. Council of Savings Bank, hometown banking the way it used to be.
This portion of the Bluffs Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill, Meyer Woodring, family-owned funeral home, serving Council Bluffs in southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
What is it about Indian Hills? What is it about the Warriors basketball team that gives the Reavers fits each and every time they play? So, here we go again. And as usual, both teams ranked in the top 10. Now, Iowa Western has the Hills right where it wants them. We hope. At home, here's IWTV student Dylan Hall.
It's a matchup of 2 Iowa powerhouses. The Warriors outscore the Reavers 12-2 to open the game. Rhiannon Holland drops in 2 of his 20 points. Teak Bowl then brings the house down. The sophomore finishes with a game-high 24. The Reavers go on a 22-4 run. DeQuan Lake slams it home. Iowa Western grabs a 24-16 lead with under 10 minutes left in the half. Tredarius McCollum slams down 2 of his 12. The visitors end the half on an 8-0 run and trail 41-40 at the break. The 2 teams trade blows to start the second half. Baylor commit Nooney Amat with the circus shot. 58-54 Warriors, under 10 minutes left in the game. Donovan Walker pours in 3 of his 14. Big Blue trails 60-57 with 8.5 minutes to go. Indian Hills starts to pull away. Kevin Szabo lays it in here. Then Szabo again knocks down the 3 to put the Warriors up 75-69 with 3:22 left. Emmett Holt was one of 4 Warriors in double figures with 20. Indian Hills tops the Reavers 89-81.
The game was really lost in that first half, about the 4-minute mark. We had them down 10, didn't finish well, turned the ball over sometimes, let them cut it to a 1-point lead. And after that we played them pretty even, but just you got to be able to take care of the basketball and you got to be strong with the ball. And then we went under a couple ball screens and let Ford get some shots up, but he didn't get the first half. Didn't take much to add up.
My thoughts were we had a lot of turnovers. We had a couple of chances to win the game. Early in the game, coming out of halftime, we were up by 1, and we didn't take advantage of that.
We got to be more physical. We had to do a much better job of just getting over screens and just defending with aggressiveness. We were pretty aggressive, I thought, for about 15 minutes the first half. After that, I didn't think we were. I thought we got really complacent and just didn't get up and get after people like we did early, and it cost us.
Iowa Western has now lost 12 straight to the Warriors, dating back to 2011. The Reavers will get one more chance at Indian Hills on February 13th. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Dylan Hall.
Thanks, Dylan. Now to one of the top high school boys basketball teams in the state. Can anybody stop Abraham Lincoln? It sure doesn't look that way, but still a long way to go. Time for the annual Neighborhood Grudge Game. Here's IDUB TV student Dylan Lindberg.
Thomas Jefferson looking for its first win against rival Abraham Lincoln since 2012. First quarter, Daniel Carey stops, pops, hits the three-pointer. TJ trails 11-5. The Lynx end the quarter strong as Josh Krabby drains the tray. AL leads 18-7 after 1. Second quarter, home team up 20-9, but Kyle Crowell takes over as he hits back-to-back threes. The senior finishes with 21 points. Abraham Lincoln leads 39-15 at the break. Second half, the Lynx really starting to pour it on the visitors. Trey Nixon scores inside. AL leads 57-17. TJ trying to get a little momentum. Devontae Stark's basket and the foul. The freshman finished with 15 points. Thomas Jefferson trails 57-22 after 3. The Jackets outscore Abraham Lincoln in the fourth quarter 12-0, but the Lynx defeat TJ for the second time this season 57-34.
Make sure we shut down Tony Bonner. He's one of their better players. He's kind of our plan of attack here. He still had a great game, played well. But bottom line, we're just trying to improve day to day, so that's kind of our first goal there.
You definitely got to not allow all these open threes, help down low, and start hustling on the court.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're playing a city game, records don't matter. These guys, they all kind of know each other, and they've grown up playing against each other and stuff, so it really doesn't matter what the records are, and those kids play so hard. We knew it was going to be a battle, and we were fortunate to make some shots early and get going.
Yeah, we did a lot in practice. We worked on our defenses and worked on what they were going to do, and we came out and executed very well.
AL defeats TJ for the 7th straight time. The Jackets will end their season with 5 of their last 7 at home. Meanwhile, the Lynx, winners of 6 in a row. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Dylan Lindberg.
All smiles at St. Albert. The Falcons come soaring in, ready to face Creston. First quarter, Matthew Fagan banks it off the glass. St. Albert draws first blood. But the Panthers answer back. Cooper McDermott trying to do his best Doug McDermott impression with a 3. Panthers up 3-2. Still early in the first, Evan Jacobson with the deuce. Cats up 5-2. Later in the quarter, Jacob Carley steals the ball, flying down the court, getting the lay-in, but visitors up 10-7 at the end of the first quarter. In the second quarter, Travis Miller from downtown, giving the Falcons the first lead of the game, 14-13. Dial up Crime Stoppers because Carley gets another steal for a layup. Did you know he can also shoot threes? St. Albert is on a 23-7 run. Now someone, give this man a biscuit. Travis Miller with the 3. Miller with 16 points on the night. Green and gold up 33-20 at half. Early third, the big man, scores! Tucker Flynn and the Panthers are trying to claw their way back from a 40-24 deficit. But this doesn't help. Travis Miller with a sick pass to Andrew Carlson, leading to the easy bucket, SA up 44-26. Later in the quarter, check out Kyle Barnes with the swish. Fagan driving his way to the basket for the layup. Home team up 53-35 at the end of 3. Fourth quarter, Jacob Carley. Splash! The sophomore, 22 points on the night. Later, Joseph Liston from the outside. St. Albert up 61-40. Off the bounce pass, Daniel Cook with the bank shot and one. The senior, Maxon Ross, gets the 2 points. Falcons dominate 68-51.
Last 2 games we just have been down, and we just find a way through our defense to come back, and we just always know how to get back in the game.
You know, we're real excited to have this win streak, so we're just going to do our best to keep it going, to try to do it in the postseason too. So
those small details, if you do, and those things are going to add up to your wins. So I just need to focus on the day-to-day stuff and be okay.
St. Albert is on a 4-game win streak with the next 3 at home. For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Brandon Taverdi.
Thanks, Brandon. Now, St. Albert's coming on strong, just, it seems, in the nick of time. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm planning on going to the Wells Fargo Arena with the Lynx. They are that good. Plenty of leadership, balance, the whole 9 yards. 5th-ranked Abraham Lincoln now sparkling 12-1. Tough times continue down on Broadway, and Lewis Central sitting 2 under 500. Keeping it indoors. Snow wipes out everything on this night, but not the city duels. The ladies duel it out at AL. Closer than the guys' game? After the break.
For more than a quarter century, thousands of Southwest Iowa athletes have relied on this team, Jenny Ed SportsMed. Their sole focus is to prevent, diagnose, and treat your sports injury. They even partner with the surgeons at Ortho West, ensuring you get your own exclusive roadmap back to action. Methodist Jenny Ed SportsMed invites all Southwest Iowa athletes to its free walk-in clinic, open every Saturday morning, August through October. Jenny Ed SportsMed.
Thomas Jefferson's girls basketball program's coming along. A win here a couple of weeks ago gave the Yellow Jackets some proof positive, but since then, the uphill climb continues. Now, same deal at Abraham Lincoln, but as the cliche goes, just throw it all out the window. The Lynx say hello to their girlfriends from just across town. Always a fun time. Here's IWTV student Joel Divick.
Another year, same rivalry. The Abraham Lincoln girls square off at home with Thomas Jefferson. First quarter, and the Lynx announce their arrival. Mercedes Hart with the block to Kaylee Shaw, who pulls up and kisses it off the glass. Home team jumps out 6-zip. Later in the quarter, Shaw finds Claire Jones on the baseline. The sophomore with the basket and the foul. AL leads just 9-0 after 1. The Jackets finally get on the board in the second. Morgan Gant with the putback, 2 of her 5 points. TJ goes on an 11-3 run and trails 13-11 at the break. Second half, Anna Larson, corner pocket, nothing but net. TJ trails 23-20, but AL says not in our house. Fourth quarter, Hart finds Jones with a nice assist, and it's the start of a big run for the Lynx. The senior and sophomore combined for 38 points on the night. The home team explodes for 25 in the quarter. The Lynx shoot down the Jackets 48-24.
I think my team played well in the first 3 quarters. We just let go in the fourth quarter. It was a good game. It was fun. There's some things I can fix, but we have time to fix it.
I was really proud of our girls tonight. We've been dealing with lots of injuries, and we had a couple players even out tonight. And you know, for 3 quarters, it was a great effort. For 3 quarters, they went out and executed the things we wanted to do defensively, especially. We've got to build on it. We've got to find a way to use this going forward, and hopefully we have a great effort tomorrow against Sioux City North.
I think in the first couple of quarters, we weren't playing to the level that we could have played. I think we could have executed a little better, so kind of turned it up a little bit in the fourth quarter to get that win. I think that was definitely needed. he was telling us that we need to pick up the intensity. We were slacking big time, so I think once we started to build some confidence up in that second half, we started to put it away.
We needed a game like this, especially in that fourth quarter, just to boost our confidence, to give us an opportunity maybe to have a strong finish here at the end of the season. We got some good teams coming up. If we can compete, if we can just find that ball and put it in the net, I think we can compete with anybody in the state if we have to.
Abraham Lincoln has now beaten Thomas Jefferson 20 times in a row. For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Joel Deaver.
St. Albert girls welcome Creston to a friendly matchup in the Hawkeye 10 Conference. The Saints come out hot. Alyssa Carley dials up from deep. Not once, but twice in the opening minutes. St. Albert jumps out to a 10-2 lead. Creston has to take a quick timeout. The Panthers will get right back into it. Jenna Taylor drills the three. The senior led the way with a team-high 15. Then Taylor Briley drives for the easy deuce. The home team leads just 16-15 after one quarter. Second quarter, the Saints' Miranda Beasley misses the three, but Sydney Fields cleans it up with the board and gets the easy jumper. Final possession of the half. Paige Beacom pulls up right outside the paint and nails it from 6 feet. St. Albert goes into the locker room leading 29-24 at the break. Fast forward to the third quarter, the Saints' Sydney Fields passes the rock to Caitlin Pierce for the easy deuce. But again, Creston would not go away quietly. The Panthers' Cameron Summers dishes it to Bree Baker. The freshman drills the three from the corner. Next possession, Baker dishes out a dime to Becca Ross. The visitors cut the lead to 36-34 after three. Beginning of the fourth, Alyssa Carley pulls up like Steph Curry and makes it splash. The senior led the way with 25 points and 8 steals. Creston again clawed their way back into the ballgame. Bree Baker with the layup. Tie game at 41. Just over 2 minutes left, same score, and the home team starts playing stall ball.
Well, I had Paige sitting with 4 fouls, and so for one aspect, that kept us with the ball in our hands, so she wasn't going to get that 5th foul. And then I also have some darn good free throw shooters, that we were in the bonus at that time, and I knew if they came out and fouled us, our team's been shooting free throws pretty good all year.
The Saints go 6 for 6 from the line in the closing minutes as Alyssa Carley gets the steal to put the final nail in the coffin, as St. Albert wins the thriller 47-42. For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Ben Smith.
Thanks, Ben, and welcome aboard. Hey, the Saints could be right in the thick of things when it's all said and done. AL now stands at 5-9. TJ continues to be a work in progress. And number 3, Lewis Central, it just seems like the Titans are there every season, and this one, no exception. Up next, our play of the week, and as usual, it's wide open. Hey, open and shut case at LC on the other side.
The Mid-America Center is the Heartland's premier entertainment and convention center. December 17th through the 19th, local teams go head-to-head on the hardwood at the Mac Shootout. Then see America's favorite traveling train show at the Train Expo January 2nd and 3rd. And the action doesn't get any bigger than Monster Jam January 9th and 10th. Over at the Convention Center January 10th, there's endless inspiration at the Wedding Essentials Bridal University. Remember, the MAC offers free parking for all events. Tickets, information, and more at midamericacenter.com.
Remember last year? Thomas Jefferson takes Lewis Central behind the woodshed. The Yellow Jackets win the wood and stake their claim to the city championship. And here we are 1 year later. This time, the big showdown takes place in Titans country. And what's that saying? Well, turnabout is fair play. Well, all is fair in love and wrestling. The 9th annual City Duels, decided by the final duel. Defending city champ Thomas Jefferson draws first blood. 285, TJ's Nick Mitchell gets 2 against Lewis Central's Travis Thompson. Pop-Tart pops out for 2 more. Mitchell wins 6-3. 106, the Titans' Paxton Whitaker all over Anthony Humple. Whitaker sticks him in the second period. Now a forfeit at 113 gives the Jackets a 9-6 lead. 120, LC's Brandon Whelan just mauls Jackson Sharp. The second period, Penn gives the home team the lead for good. 126, Gabe Kelgard with the takedown. Kelgard wins by majority decision 13-2, and suddenly it's 16-9 Lewis Central. The face says it all for Thomas Jefferson's Jacob Jones at 132. The Titans' Kyle Kutka storms back to take it 19-9. LC wins 5 straight matches. Christian Nielsen does the honors at 152, 34-9 Lewis Central. TJ's Colton Klingenpeel moves up to 160. Sticks Dallas Volentine. But the home team's Corey Lear returns the favor at 170. Pins Jesus Rubio, 40-15 Titans. LC's Hayden Waldstein's bum ankle keeps him out at 195. Thomas Jefferson's Cameron Baker drops Damon Deo. But too little, too late. LC wins 8 of 11 contested matches and steps on the Yellow Jackets 52-21.
Last year, they matched up real well against us, and this year we matched up real well against them. So I think that's the big difference is just how the individual matches matched up.
We lost to Glenwood, didn't settle for that one too well. This past weekend, went up to Westmoreland Valley, put in some work, and came back strong in practice and got that title against TJ. That's what we were wanting.
We knew that it was a matchup problem, but looking at it going in, we knew we had a chance to get maybe 5 or 6, 7 different wins in the matches, and it didn't go our way.
Where do you go from here?
Back to the wrestling room, back to the weight room, just getting ourselves back mentally and physically and preparing for the next time we see them.
To the victor goes the spoils as Lewis Central wins the Wood for the 7th time in the last 9 years. And now it's time for our Play of the Week, brought to you by Buena-Vista University. The Reavers back home minus stud point guard Donovan Jackson, so why not another Donovan? Donovan Walker to the rescue. The freshman from Maryland drives in with 18 points. Iowa Western sinks Southeastern 82-66. Donovan Walker with our play or plays of the week. The Play of the Week is brought to you by Buena-Vista University. Call 712-749-1990 to register today. Hey, the Iowa Western softball team has a new head coach. He's Ben Greer, formerly the big dog at McCook Community College. And talk about jumping right into the fire. Iowa Western's first game, February 13th at the San Jacinto tournament in Texas. Now remember, as always, to keep it here for more news and information in your community by tuning in to the Council Bluffs News with Zach Harper-Blunt. So, for this latest edition of the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm J.J. Davis, and as always, I'll see you around.